Hi everybody, what's up and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Liz, and we're going to be talking about some murder today. So today we're going to be talking about the murder of Margaret and Paul. And this is going to go along the lines of my satanic panic kind of thing I got going on. I think I'm going to do that for the rest of the month of February. Well, obviously today's I'm filming this, it's the 28th. You're going to see this probably on March 2nd or March 3rd. I don't know. Sometime this week. A good portion of March is going to be all about satanic panic and, some crazy cases. Sorry, I'm getting comfortable. By the way, this is a very, very comfy sweater. I got it on clearance for $3. Hallelujah. So, oh yeah, if you're new, I'm just weird. I sit down, I talk about true crime, put my thoughts in there. Bingo, there's my channel. Sometimes there's art involved, like one case, there's gonna be art in it. And that's my Baphomet picture, which is fucking beautiful. Anywho, yeah. So if you're new, I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button, join the fam here, where we all get to be creepy and weird and enjoy some true crime. So this case involves a Roman Catholic priest and a Sister of Mercy. Now, Sister of Mercy is a Catholic religious order of women. Yeah, that's what it is. So the Catholic priest we're going to be talking about is Gerald Robinson, and Sister Margaret Ann was the caretaker in the chapel where Robinson was a chaplain. So in 1980, Gerald Robinson was the chaplain at Mercy Hospital in Toledo, Ohio. And this is where he ministered sick and terminally ill people. And Sister Margaret was a caretaker at the chapel. So Robinson was actually convicted of the murder of her. So we're kind of going to go. You'll understand. So he was convicted of strangling and stabbing her. Now, she was 71 at the time, and she was stabbed 31 times. That's overkill. Yes. Now, Margaret, she was in a specific part of the chapel of the hospital where they worked at. It's called the sacristy, or a vestry room or a preparation room. And basically, this is a room in most churches for keeping furnishings and sacred vessels and parish records and stuff like that. So they worked really close together. Now, Gerald Robinson is actually the one that did her funeral. He presided over her funeral 4 days after her death. Now, like I said, she was stabbed 31 times, and this included the 9 times that made a shape of an inverted cross on her. Now, the prosecutors that were involved in this case considered the shape to be deliberate, and it was intended to humiliate her in death. She was found covered in altar cloth. Her clothes and her body was arranged in a way that she had been sexually assaulted, although it was never deemed certain that she was, in fact, sexually assaulted. There is specific elements of this murder that suggested that it was involved in a satanic ritual. There was also a book describing how to perform a satanic black mass found in Gerald's possession. Or Robinson. We'll say Robinson's possession. So he was questioned for the crime in 1980, but he wasn't charged. The chief of criminal division in Lucas County, his name is Dean Mandros. He shared that when detectives were questioning Robinson 2 weeks after the killing, the deputy that was questioning him, his name is Ray Vetter, he later testified that he was a practicing Catholic, and he broke off the interview against all normal procedure and allowed the Monsignor to escort Robinson out of police headquarters. and this upset detectives to no ends. So basically, the Monsignor from the like higher ups Roman Catholic Church came in and like saved the day, basically. Um, Mandros said that Vetter asked detectives to give them their reports on the case. Some of the reports were never seen again, and a cover up was alleged to have happened. Wow, so nice, right? So, whether or not Robinson was part of a coven and whether other priests had participated in the murder may have also been part of the cover up. This case remains unsolved. Well, it remained unsolved with no new leads until 2003, and this is when they received a letter from a woman who claimed that Robinson sexually assaulted her and abused her when she was a child in a series of satanic ritual abuse that also involved human sacrifice. Now, this woman is using the name Survivor Doe and also filed a civil lawsuit against Robinson seeking financial damages due to the fact that she was a victim of ritual abuse by him and other adults dressed as nuns. This case was dismissed due to it having been filed late, so I believe that it had reached its statute of limitations. That's why it was filed late. So the accusations that were they were then sent to the prosecutor's cold case unit. Now, forensic tests indicated a sword-shaped letter opener had been found in Robinson's apartment and stored without detailed examination, and it's consistent with the inflicted wounds on Sister Margaret. And in the words of a expert, like a prosecutor's expert, it couldn't be ruled out. The tip of the opener fit a wound in the jaw of Sister Margaret's body, so they exhumed her. So it literally fit in the wound of her jaw, like a key in a lock, according to the prosecutors of this case. So they also found 3 witnesses who said that they saw the priest near the chapel around the time of the killing. And then the case against Robinson went to trial on April 24th of 2006. So he was found guilty on all counts that were charged against him May 11th of 2006, so it wasn't a very long trial. This was the second conviction for homicide of a Catholic priest in the United States. The first one was a man named Hans Schmidt, executed in 1916. He was the first. I do have plans to cover him as well. So, they did try and appeal his case in 2008, but it reaffirmed his conviction. So, in December of 2008, so they reaffirmed his conviction in July. In December of 2008, the Supreme Court declined to hear his appeal. In April of 2012, he again applied for his conviction to be squashed, but in February of 2013, the Ohio 6th District Court of Appeals confirmed the denial of Robinson's position for a post-conviction relief. So, his attorney then said that the decision would shortly be appealed to the Ohio Supreme Court. Once the state appeals were exhausted, then the case could be moved to the U.S. District Court. So, before any further appeals could happen, he suffered a heart attack in May of 2014. He was then transferred to a hospice unit at the Franklin Medical Center, which is a prison operated by the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections in Columbus, Ohio. And this is where he died in July, so July 4th of 2014. He was then buried. He was buried as a priest as Reverend Gerald in Toledo's Calvary Cemetery. Now, this case, obviously, it was solved due to the fact that he was convicted of her murder, but we don't know the exact details of what happened. I do believe that it is a massive cover-up, covering up everything else that is going on. Just like everywhere else in the world, there is a massive cover-up covering up everything. Like, I have so many cases that I believe it's a cover-up, and yeah. So this case is described in the book Sin, Shame, and Secrets: The Murder of a Nun, the Conviction of a Priest, and Coverup in the Catholic Church. And this is by a journalist, David Yonke. It's also in the Alphabet of New Evil. Let's see, it was re-examined on A&E, called Dead Again. Investigation Discovery, the series Lake Erie Murders devoted a case to this called Black Sabbath. That is a very good series, by the way. If you don't have Investigation Discovery, or I think it's on Discovery Plus. Yep, it's on Discovery Plus. You can watch it there. It's really good. I highly recommend it. This case also inspired an episode on Law and Order Criminal Intent called The Faithful, and that came out in 2001. You can watch Law and Order Criminal Intent, I think, on Paramount Plus. Don't quote me on that though. But yeah, that, my friend, is the case of Sister Margaret and Pahl. I know, truly fucked up. Thank you, Catholic priest. But this makes me think of Bones. Hardcore. I also recommend people to watch Bones because that is a fantastic show. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow in another true crime case. Bye.